Hey everyone, thanks again for joining us. I have my colleague Jim McGinty on the phone here today. So we have a special guest in one of our YouTube instructional videos. So Jim, do you want to say hello?
Hey everyone, how are we?
Well, I think we're good. Jim is our Director of Account Services, and he and I have been discussing ways in which locations can use our theoretical inventory solution, what we call actual and ideal usage, within a company that, for example, may sell pizza and have a bunch of modifiers. So the question is, can modifiers be used within our recipe management solution? And the answer is yes. And Jim is here to showcase how that might work. And he's going to use, again, a pizza location to provide some color on how this all works. So Jim, can you explain how we use modifiers?
Sure. What we're looking at here is we're looking at an actual order that was entered on the POS system, where this particular customer ordered a small thin crust, build your own pizza, and they use sausage as a topping. So pretty simple.
Hey Jim, I don't think you're sharing your screen yet. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. There we go. Okay. What we're taking a look. Yeah, that makes it. So what we're looking here is at an order that was rang in on the POS system, where a customer ordered a small thin crust pizza. It was a build their own. And they added, for a modifier, they added sausage to it. So what we're going to take a look at now is we're going to come over and look at the settings page and look at the menu items for these two items to see how you set those up. So when they're rang in, we will theoretically deplete that amount of each one of those ingredients. So if we look at the small thin crust pizza, and we're going to come down and click on build your own, it has a recipe here. So if we look at a build your own, you've got a recipe attached to it. That'll come in, and when you see it, every time you sell one, it's going to deplete the 6.4 ounces of cheese, the 4 ounces of topping sauce, or thin crust sauce, and then it's going to deplete one small pizza dough. So that's what it's going to deplete for the pizza itself. Now, as for the topping, the modifier that was rang in, if we come in and we do a search for sausage, and we should find it here. Let me just scroll on down. They've got a lot of modifiers here. And we'll get down here to sausage. Here's the modifier. We take a look at this menu item. It also has a recipe attached to it. So once they hit the modifier to add sausage, we're also now adding and depleting those 3 ounces of cooked sausage to that recipe. So not only did we deplete the pizza that was rang in, we also now depleted the modifier that was rang in with it. So with any menu item that's sold on the POS system, any modifier that's attached to that menu item, we will deplete that much of the ingredient that's attached to that menu item. It could also be like if you'd say no sauce or no cheese on it. You could also go in there and put in the number like -3 ounces. If this was say a sausage pizza, customer said, hey, and I want no sausage on it, you could put in a -3 ounces so that way there, it would go through there and it would remove that item from the theoretical usage.
So in my inventory usage report, I'm going to be able to go back in and say, okay, these items have been sold. These items have been sold in my product mix report. In my inventory usage report, I'll say these items have been theoretically depleted, i.e. my ideal usage. And when I do a physical inventory, or actual inventory, I should count that 3 ounces of cooked sausage has been depleted from that one order. If I made no other orders, that's what should be depleted from my inventory.
That is correct.
So that's a really good way to make sure I'm using my products correctly.
That is true. And we have a report that you can go through there and run for any day. It's called Ideal Usage Report that'll go through there and just show you what you should have used based upon all the items that rang in on the POS system, and then the recipes that are associated with each one of these. It'll come back and tell you for each one of your inventory items how much you should have used based upon your product mix for that day.
Now that's a useful report. Hey Jim, this has been very helpful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Everyone, thanks very much for joining, and stay tuned for more Jim and Walker discussions about the WhenToManage recipe and inventory solution. Thank you.